it difficult for me to walk, and especially with the short stump, I would be walking and my leg wasn't there, and a second later I was on the floor. Or I would be on the top of the steps in my school, and then I would be at the bottom. So because of this, I had to wear a helmet every day in school, and this is elementary school. I mean, I hated this helmet, but you know, because everybody saw I was different and I wanted to be like everybody else. And so, you know, I walked in school the first day and the kids ran away from me. You're a monster. You're a robot. And as I sat in class my first kindergarten day, the girls, I had 4 girls sitting next to me like this, and they were all crying because they were afraid of me. And after that day in elementary school, I never wanted to go back to school. My memory of elementary was every day crying and saying, I don't want to go to school, I don't want to go to school, I don't want to go to school. And kids can be quite cruel, you know. They realized at some point that if they just pushed me a little to the right, I would fall like a tree. And I could never catch them. They ran away and I couldn't run. So, you know, I think, you know, even with a difficult childhood, I realized that God take away something, give you something. For me, that was the smile on my face. Almost no matter what happened, I had this smile. And I think this is one of my reasons I have had so much success. Just smiling every day make a big difference. I mean, yesterday with the guest speaker, I really, you know, enjoyed her speak because I have experienced that in my life. So I will tell you that, you know, I opened my own business at 19. I felt proud of myself because I was only 19, but I was losing money every day. And when you're young, you don't have much money to lose. So I was quite underwater very quickly. But I started to take personal development courses, seminars. You know, at the time, Tony Robbins living right there in Maui. Robert Kiyosaki, I know him before he wrote the book, you know, and he was living in Hawaii. John Gray was living right there in Hawaii. A lot of these personal development guys were all in Hawaii. So we could take course like $75 from Robert Kiyosaki. I don't know how much he charged now in Vietnam, but more than $75. And so, you know, we went and I started studying and I started learning a lot of things about personal development. And I started becoming crazy about it. I go to class, you know, I become like the staff and we start staffing every month. And Dean is an incredible mentor for you guys for this and for me as well. I mean, I learned from my downline a lot. And so, you know, you need the mindset of success, but you also need the system of success. And then there's the last thing, you need the habit, the work, the habit of success. And with these 3 elements, I believe you have full success. So this year, we're not going to only teach you the system. We're not only going to teach you the mindset. We're going to teach you how to work and practice the work as well. I mean, to me, that is the key for all of us going on in Hawaii, but much more than that, for us to create freedom for ourselves. And so, you know, I was a young 20-year-old, you know, in my early 20s, I was studying every day at some point about the philosophy of success. And I realized that to reprogram the mind, I actually wrote 60 positive affirmations, like, I am disciplined, I was night, like, I mean, all night. And I was trying to reprogram my mind. And I was fully into this, like crazy about it. And when I was crazy about it, they say, when you are ready, your teacher will appear. And my teacher appeared. 88 years old at the time. He looked like Albert Einstein. White hair. He walked slowly, spoke with a very raspy voice, you know, but the wisdom from his words were incredible. He was taught directly by Napoleon Hill, like over 10, 20 years with Napoleon Hill directly. I saw in his briefcase letters from Henry Ford directly. I mean, these are to him. Like, can you imagine what a guy like this? Like, I was so happy to meet him. And when I met him, he was on a cycle that he did in his life, which was to work for 5 years. He called that honing the sword. He would practice the philosophy of success 5 years, become the top salesman, whatever he did. And then he would teach for 2 years. Not having to earn any money while he's teaching, he just taught a few students. He was 88 years old. He was doing his last, so he would teach for 2 years. He was doing his last class. And I was one of 6 students that he took to be mentored on the philosophies of success. So I felt so happy, so happy. You cannot imagine. I was so ready for this learning. So whatever he say, I would do, like immediately. Like, no kidding, you know, I was anything. Whatever crazy idea, good idea, doesn't matter, I would do it immediately. I was so enamored with his having him with me, and by then I had spent tens of thousands of dollars on personal development classes that I didn't have that money. I had spent on taking classes. So, you know, I actually built him a room. I built him a big classroom. His name was Joseph Green, so I painted it the green of money, green carpet, and I built it for him so we could have the class. And we would invite some of our friends to learn like a few days, but we were able to do this for 2 years. And that was the class. It was amazing. During that time, I got to practice the philosophies of success. And my first project, he told me, hey, what kind of car you want? You know, 20 years old, you want car. So what kind of car you want? So I actually learned from him how to get any car you want. And the idea he told me was, okay, what kind of car? I said, Lincoln Continental. That was the car I got married in, you know, like my honeymoon. And I drove this beautiful Lincoln, and I said, oh, this is a nice car, so soft. I don't know, most young people don't want that kind of car, but I wanted that car. So I set a goal, and he said, okay, how are you going to take care of this car? I said, well, I'm going to wash it, you know, once a week. I'm going to wipe it down twice a week. I'm going to polish it. I'm going to chrome rims. I'm going to take care of the rims and inside vacuum and everything. He said, okay, great. What kind of gas are you going to put in that car? Premium, of course, right? So, you know, he said, okay, I'll do it to your car. Ooh, my car? My car at that time was an old Ford, holes all over the roof, you know, like Bondo and primer and dents all over the side. And some of the wheels had caps, like chrome caps. Some of them didn't even have a cap, just a black rim. But whatever he said, I did immediately. So I felt a little bit like Karate Kid, you know, Karate Kid. And this year, you're going to feel like that. Sometimes Dean and I are going to tell you things, and Patty and Steve are going to tell you things, and you're going to say, why am I doing this? Like, really? I got to do it like this? I'm going to tell you, we're going to give you instructions for your success. They are not suggestions. They are instructions. You follow it letter to letter, and you get results. Imagine you take a recipe for brownies, and you don't follow instructions. You just throw everything in a pan, you go like this, and you throw it in the oven. You're not going to get brownie. You probably get some kind of thin, batter, ugly cookie thing, right? And so you have to follow the instructions, and this is what I'm going to give you today when I'm teaching. But first you need a little bit of the mindset of success. The mindset of success means that you listen carefully to the instructions, and I did. So I went to a car dealership right away. I said, I never washed my car, ever. I didn't even have a bucket. Okay, so you can imagine what my car looked like. To me, car wash was, it rained in Hawaii a lot. So when it rained, that was the car wash. That was it. So I went to the car dealership. He sold me the bucket, and at one point he said, "So what kind of car do you have?" I said, Lincoln Continental. So he said, "Well, what kind of rims do you have?" Mag rims. What kind of interior? Oh, leather, of course, And I actually built a kit. Went home and did everything. I polished the rust and the holes. I polished the rims that had caps with chrome cleaner, and I polished the rims that were black with chrome cleaner. I polished the tires, vacuum, put new carpets in. There is a spray you can make your car smell like new.
Yeah, got new car.
I mean, you know what a car smells like when it has water inside most of the time? So anyway, I finished this, and I'm driving my car. Now when I drive my car, imagine, with all of my senses, the Lincoln Continental. So guess what? What kind of windows Lincoln Continental have?
Automatic.
Yeah, power windows, right? My car was not power windows. So, I'd be like, when I'm driving my car, I'm pretending I'm driving a Lincoln, right? So I'm sitting down. Oh, this is so nice. Wait, I gotta move my seat. So everything I do, I start imagining the perfect end result. And that's the first step you have to do. I can guarantee you, if we don't do this step today, you guys will not be in Hawaii. You guys gotta imagine yourself in Hawaii. And so I end up, go to the gas station. The guy looks at me, he goes, "Can I help you?" "Yes, fill up my Lincoln with premium." He looked at my car like, "You're gonna fill this car up with premium?" "Yes, fill up my Lincoln with premium." And I do this for 4 months. And on my 4th month, I'm driving my Lincoln home. Yeah. Guess what the first thing I did when I went home? What do you think I did first when I dropped my
gas station?
Washed it, absolutely. And as I washed my Lincoln's has a very special kind of front end. The hood is really long. It has a very sharp kind of edge on the front, I'm coming around the corner with my hands, and as I go down the edge, I realized what my mentor was teaching me. Because when I went around the corner, I went, I have done this before in my mind. And I drove my Lincoln, now I'm like, bzzz, moving my seat, playing with my car, go to the gas station, bzzz, fill up my Lincoln with premium. The guy looks at me, okay. Then he looks at my face.
You're the same guy?
What? Yeah, I always go to the gas station. Where did you get this Lincoln from? I've been driving it for the last 4 months. Right? There is a secret that you need to learn, and that is that you must see your success before you succeed. You must. I don't care what I teach you, everything else means nothing until you just say, I know I'm going to be successful.
Alan, if somebody's going to translate in Spanish,
I wasn't planning to. You can whisper translation if you want, but I wasn't planning to do that kind of translation today.
Mm-hmm.
So try to get whatever you can. I think you can get me. So the bottom line is that is our first and most important lesson today. See yourself in Hawaii. I mean, basically, if you do 4 success trips, like Thailand did, you become a team elite. You understand that? I mean, it's like if we just concentrate for this success trip, we will be that much closer to our team elite. And that's all you are doing. You're just working, learning, and building on your skin business. Working, learning, and building. So in order for this to work, we have to be teaching you things that are really simple. Okay, we talked about it a little bit the other night, but just one punch. We're going to teach you how to do one thing really well. The master Bruce Lee said, "I'm not afraid of the man with 10,000 moves, but I am a little afraid of the man that just has one move, and it is so fast after 10,000 practices that when he does the move, in one blink of an eye, it's done. And when he punches, he doesn't punch you. He punches through you. That man I'm a little afraid of. Haven't even seen the punch, and the punch went through me." So that's what we're talking about, being super fast, super simple. Simple, what I mean by simple? Simple means that you can see how to do this move very quickly and easily, and it's possible. That you can see it's possible. And effective. Effective means that you actually learn by doing. You learn by doing. And that's the key to our fast, simple, and effective system. And it really comes down to one thing. I'm going to show it to you right here. I mean, you can do this anywhere you want. You can do it on a piece of the back side of a box of, the cartons they use to pack soda. I mean, I have done it there. I've done it on the back of a pizza box. I've done it when I didn't have my PowerPoint working. I did it on the TV with a pen. So it's very important that you learn to write it out. We have built some very special ways to present this, documents and things to help you learn it. But it's for you to learn it. And then you must do it from your memory. Because until you can do everything from your memory, you will not be good enough to really convince people well. Okay? You have to learn it in your soul. It's like the one punch. It is no longer in their mind. It is in their body. And that's the key to this system, okay? Simple, but a lot of practice. A lot of practice. I say 1,000 practices. So if you look at what we're doing, you'll start to understand why we're doing what we're doing. Okay? I have experienced this with my yo-yo business. I did one simple system. It was so successful in Hawaii, I brought it to Japan, sold 10 million yo-yos in Japan with it, made $10.5 million in commissions, brought it around the world. Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong, England, France, Spain, the whole US. 30 million yo-yos. I retired on that. So system is simple, fast, and effective. It works. Okay? So this system really is that very simple idea. There is 6 words you need to learn to explain the big potential of our business. Now, does it explain everything about our business? No. It does not. It just explains in a simple way enough so you can determine whether the person is interested or not. We are not trying to sell new skin. We're just sifting for leaders, visionary, fast, effective leaders. We're sifting the market. You know what sifting is? Filtering. We're capturing rocks and diamonds and 144 facet F color perfect diamonds. We're filtering. I mean, he had 19 years of experience before New Skin. I mean, that's a perfect diamond, perfectly built. But we need to filter the market to get a lot of sand through the screen, some customers, some rocks, and then find diamonds. Okay, you guys understand this? That's what we are doing. We're not selling, we're not forcing, definitely not trying to over motivate people to do this. We want to find the people that can see it quickly and effectively. So we're going to show you the system, but just always remember that in the back of your head. I don't want to sell. I want to just share the idea and see who catches the idea with both hands. Okay? So what we have as a business here in the US is incredible, absolutely incredible. A $3 billion company going to 10 billion. Now, what does that mean? It means that we are going to grow the US market. We use a very special technology. This technology is exclusive, it's unique, and it's patented. Nobody can copy what we're doing. This is very important in marketing, because if not, competitors will come in and eventually we'll either have to lower our price or reduce our market share. What we want to do is grow our market share and keep our price so we can maximize our benefit. Yes? Okay? So the beauty of this technology is it's now the #1 selling beauty device in the world, all brands. This is against L'Oreal and Shiseido and Estee Lauder. I mean, man, we are in an amazing position. And so that one thing that we have, we're going to use, and it's especially good because everybody that buys beauty product wants to try before they buy. And so if you got a product and you can let people try before they buy for free, you're going to get a lot of clients if it works. And our product works. And we can show that it works within 3 minutes. We do a half-face demonstration, a very simple demonstration. They look totally different on one side of their face. And they ask us one question: when are you going to do the other side? And this is the secret to our system. Listen to this instruction carefully. You only do one half of the face. Always on the right side, right side. Everybody say, what side of the face?
Right side.
Yes. Always on one side. This is our system. Okay, right side of the face, lifted, so every Facebook post looks the same. Okay, we are going to post millions of pictures eventually on Facebook, and we don't have to put arrows and show. It's always the same side. I'm trying to get the company to follow the same criteria so we can get everybody in alignment. Now, what happens when they say, when are you going to do the other side? You say, really softly with a smile on your face. You can say almost anything you want as long as you have a smile on your face. The first half is free. Repeat after me.
The first half is free.
You need to have a smile on your face when you do that. Okay, ready? One more time. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
The first half is free.
Okay, you have a smile on your face and they're looking at
Yes.
you like, do you really mean that? Like you're going to leave me like this? Critical move. Why? Because not everybody buys on the first demo. But they will call you back 3 days later when they got to go to work and they're like, oh my God, I can still see the difference, and I'm not gonna work like this. And they call you at 7 o'clock in the morning, and they say, help, Philip, I need the machine. You say, well, I can come this afternoon. No, please. Okay, so I'm going to give you a tool right now so you can do just have faith even with your sister-in-law, okay? Everybody raise your right hand. I promise to only do half-face demonstration.
Only do half-face demonstration.
Okay? Now, when your sister-in-law say, but sister-in-law, I have to go to a party tonight, you gotta do the other half. You say, sister-in-law, I cannot. Why?
Because I
I
promise.
promise Alan Nagao to only do half-face demonstration. And when they say, who is Alan Nagao? You say, come with me. And you bring them to Provo, Utah. Tell them to meet me, okay? Okay, you understand that? Really important instruction. Okay, I gave you your tool. That's your excuse. Okay? But really, why we do that half-face demonstration, every single person that gets half-face asks one question. How long is this going to last?
Right.
Is this a temporary thing? And we know because of age-lock science, this is not temporary. But we must prove it to them. Okay, so the half-face demonstration is your proof that it actually worked. That this is not a temporary situation. One of the biggest effects of a Lumi Spa is that when we do it, there's better penetration of the next ingredient, which we put on pearls. Okay, because of that, we have a much greater result from our product, okay? Because we can increase the elastin, and if you want to know something, the new pearls work even better, faster. And so we're going to get better and better demos than we've ever had. So today, this afternoon, while we're kind of relaxing at the barbecue, if some of you want to see a full demo, we'll bring some guests over and we'll do a full demo so you guys can see it. And you can video it and whatever you guys want to speak Vietnamese, whatever you guys want to do with my demo, okay? We're kind of planning the relaxation and the work at the same time. This is actually one of our secrets with New Skin, really. Okay, so the technology works instantly. If you are doing direct selling, network marketing, and you can show a result in less than 5 minutes, you are going to win. Anything that you can show a result in less than the time it takes you to do a presentation, you are going to win. And that's what we are able to do. That instant result gives us that effect. And if people see one product and love one product of New Skin, they will buy all. That is true. How many believe that's true? Yeah, yes. Right? So even like something so simple like AP24, they're like, what else you got? They are willing to try other things. So point number one, technology, instant. Okay? Point number two, products. These are scientifically proven products. Yesterday, some of my downlines said, man, too much science. I said, no, wrong. We don't have to repeat the science, but we have to know that it's true. Proven, scientifically, clinically proven results. When I launched the Los Angeles market the first time, once I had the top, community doctors like plastic surgeons and Beverly Hills people using our product, we conquered the market. Because once we could say that clinic is using it, they were like, wow, no kidding, it must be real. And so that is the products. Scientifically proven, guaranteed results with H-Lock, okay? We're not talking necessarily all the time about New Skin, New Skin, New Skin. New Skin's an old company. It was a company with lotion and potion. Now we're a genetic technology company. And we have to really keep that age-locked name out there to prove the benefit of genetic technology. I need you guys to remember that as you start your business. Because if you guys say new skin, they're thinking, some people are thinking lotion and potion company. And we are far from that. We're beauty devices. We're not a lotion and potion company. The third thing is that we are a company that is growing right now. Growing. Latin America, 200% year-over-year growth. Mexico, with this plan, 200% in 6 months. We are killing it. I mean, it is amazing. After 20 years, Mexico is growing like this. Okay, that's the US. It's called relaunching a market with a fast, effective system. That's what we are doing, using a fast, simple, effective system. So we are going to do that with the US, except the only difference, Mexico is probably number like 140 in the largest markets in the world, and we are in the 6th largest. So this is the way to grow a market. The largest, network marketing statistic is here in the US. We are the largest market in the world. This is not about leveraging just the Lumi Spa. This is about launching the consumable products behind Lumi Spa. If I don't teach you anything else today, but I teach you how to get an ADR on pearls, I've done my job. You're gonna succeed. That's it. We're leveraging the nature of consumable products. If we don't leverage that and we discount our kits and we get to 100 points and we never sell another gel in our life, we are doing a disservice to all of those people. They will put it in the drawer and never use it again. We must focus on this consumable nature and the consumable product. So we need to do special trainings for you to get trained on how to close ADRs. I'm planning to do those trainings, with my Zoom meetings. Anybody that enjoys English, they can learn how to do that and then translate it, like leaders like this. You come into my Zoom and then you teach it to your team. Okay, I don't expect you guys all to come on to my English meeting. I want you to stay with Dean. But I do want some of the leaders to come and learn like Ty, right? And then you can teach it to your team, okay? But the last thing is timing. We are in the midst of the most incredible wave you're gonna see. And I want you to imagine surfing a wave, what that feels like. Okay, I'll just tell you, I'm from Hawaii, I love to surf. I surf at Sandy Beach. Sandy Beach is a 2,000 foot water coming to a shore break right on sand. So what that looks like, broken necks, broken arms, broken knees, broken limbs, a lot of times. I mean, big military guys, broken neck. Okay, because it's 2,000 foot water, the wave comes up, and when it's coming in, it's thick and strong. And so people try to swim through and land on their head. Okay? When you see a wave like that coming, okay, you better paddle in front of the wave. So don't think like you start paddling today and you're going to catch the wave today. That's not how this works. Everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
But you better paddle early or you're going to go over the falls. Okay? That's the worst thing you want in surfing, okay? So what do? You see the wave, it's about where the street is, and you start judging how hard you gotta paddle. The bigger the wave, the harder you better paddle. And I'm not saying you should paddle. You must paddle hard. And as the wave gets closer, you gotta paddle even harder. I'm gonna tell you, you're paddling so hard that when you're paddling, you're digging into the water. Like, almost like, imagine like you're digging, like plowing a field with your hands. You're digging in and just driving, kicking and driving. And as the wave comes, it starts to lift you up, and you kick and paddle one last kick, and then you catch the wave. this, I mean, Steve can describe it to you in his terms, but that's what we felt like catching the first wave. You're burning inside, you're paddling so hard. And then it's the most amazing feeling to feel the wave take you for the ride. And that's what we're going to do now. I said something really important. The bigger the wave, the harder you gotta paddle, and the longer you have to paddle in front of the wave. This wave is not the size of this house. Okay? Imagine like a 10-story building next to, standing on the street over there, a 10-story, 100-foot high. And you're like this little person over here, like this little ant, and this is coming towards you. And that's what we are on right now. We are on a really big wave. So today, I'm going to teach you how teamwork affects us in this wave. Because why I'm trying to align all of the Vietnamese teams, all of the Spanish teams, why am I aligning that? We have been able to do that in Latin America. Why not here in America? Why not in Vietnam? Why not around the world? Why am I trying to do that? Imagine you just like for the first time paddling a canoe, and you got a bunch of you guys, and I say, okay, we're gonna go catch some waves with our canoe today. And now the canoe's facing this way and the wave's coming this way. What's going to happen? We all die. Okay? We all die. That's not a good way. You gotta be facing the right way, and everybody, when we say stroke, 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 everybody better start pulling together so we can get momentum, so we can catch the wave. So that's what I'm doing. That's the way I visualize this process. I mean, it's really working together. We're going to work together so that we can all catch the wave. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
And what Tylee does in Seattle and Vancouver, and what I do in Los Angeles, if we're using the same type of stroke, we're going to catch the wave together. And believe me, this is going to be stronger, because when Tylee becomes a $5 million circle, a 4-star platinum team elite, and he walks on stage at Provo, Utah, with Dean and with Kit and with all of the rest of them, you guys, when Phil walks on stage at 4-star platinum, he's proving our system works. You have to think of this as you must succeed. So you can prove to your downline it works. It's not, I want to succeed, this is going to be fun. I have to succeed to prove it works. For me, what's at stake with this, proving it works, is to prove this works means that 6 million kids won't die next year of starvation. For me, that's what it means. I mean, that's for me why I'm doing this. I'm going to end starvation in the world. And I know with the teams growing as fast as they're going to grow in the U.S., we're going to take a big crack at starvation to the point where there won't be starvation in America. And we'll give that idea to the rest of the world. Dean Nguyen, Tylee, I know Phil will come with me around the world and talk to all the rest of the teams, not for our benefit, for their benefit, so we can end starvation in the world. So I want to just explain a few more things. So we went through the 5 points. How does the money work? Well, you can either be a customer or you can be a distributor, what we call a business builder. Okay? You can be a customer or a business builder. You know, some people say, why not just explain business builder? That's all I want to do. Not a good idea. I'm going to explain it on paper here, but not a good idea. We have to have both. People, what we're doing is sifting and letting people identify where they are. We need both. We need customers and clients and you know, affiliates. I got to use the new words, right? Distributors. We need those. And we need LOIs and business builders and top level guys to paddle like this. We're paddling like this, paddling like this. If you only paddle with business builders like this, and you only focus on this side of the plan, you go in a circle.
Spin the wheel.
And what does that look like? Your barn goes up and down and up and down. And people get so sick of this cycle, they quit. Anybody understand directly what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, anybody been in the business a while?
Balance.
Knows what that feels like.
Balance.
It's like, oh, it's crazy. Now, if you only build with customers, oh my God, this is going to take me. I'm never going to be $1 million circle. This is going to take me forever and a day. Okay, so that's what it looks like, slow motion. Okay, I thought we were supposed to do this in 1 year. It looks like it's going to take me 20 years and I'm going to work just as hard as a job. I should just go back and work a job. And that's what people do, go back and work a job. Back to nails again. Okay, I mean, no kidding. Okay, so why do you have to do both at once? Customer and distributor. I'm going to draw it for you here. So remember that the idea is, say, for example, your business builder is 1,000 points plus a 200 point ADR. Okay? So not everybody's going to do 200 point on day one. It's okay. But that's our target, okay? So what we're going to do, you're going to come into the business, okay? Now, within the first month, you run a spa party and you get some clients. You might get a distributor or maybe two. Okay, your first month looks like this. Now what happens next? They do a spa party and they work to get two. Now not everybody does. You get two more. I'm drawing it out this way intentionally. Not the way I draw it over there. I'm drawing it out intentionally because this is the way we've drawn it out for years, right?
Yes.
Yes or no, right? Okay. I want you guys to start to see that it's not different. It's the same. I just graphically show it differently there. So we get two more. I'm going to change colors so we can see this. Okay, so 1, 2. You got two more, and they got two more. Okay, they're doing spa parties and getting a few clients. And on the perfect world, we have 6,000 points on our second month. So first month, we had 1, 2, 3,000 points plus ADR. I didn't even do that ADR calculation on my marketing plan, but there is ADR. And on the second month, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 points. And ADRs here. That's in a perfect world. Okay, this is not a perfect world. Some people quit, some people leave. If you only had 2 people join your team, only 2, and one of them quit, or you just got 1 a month, you can still become an executive in 6 months. You understand that? If this was me plus 1, you could still become an executive in 6 months, just on your own volume. You understand that? Even if nobody replicated you, you still become an executive. That's the worst case scenario. And you didn't do no ADRs. Like, you're really bad at this. Okay? Like, you didn't follow none of my instructions. Okay? But you still become an executive. That's going to be some of your people. Because how many of your people follow all your instructions? None. None. Basically none. Very few. Okay? Maybe Tyler, I could say. Maybe he could be one of those guys. But there's so very few of those. But even the ones that don't completely follow, you still can win. Because what happens is, they do the business for 6 months, and maybe they build another leg, so I'm going to draw it in another color for you guys. So they do work this for a while, and they're getting these clients. you see what I'm drawing here? It's that, right? And they're getting ADRs. And this one gets one more. Like that. And they're getting ADRs. It's 18 of those. I don't know if I got quite 18. You get 2 more. Okay? Trying it the old way, right? The same. Okay, so you guys understand this? Yeah, that's the new, that's that drawing this way. So, what happens? Even if somebody after months of doing this says, you know what, no more, I'm done, too much work, I'm making some money, but it's okay, I don't want to do it anymore, and they quit. All of the ADR starts to roll up and builds volume for the next upline. And the upline doesn't do work for 6 months or a year, and they say, you know what, I'm not interested anymore, and they quit, it rolls up. And eventually it rolls up to you. What I'm trying to explain to you is, let's just count, for example, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 customers come into you. That's how we actually, as team leads, get most of our customer. Yes or no, Ty?
Yes.
Okay. Yes or no, Phil?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys understand that?
Yes.
Roll up volume is how we get most of our customers.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We didn't go out and hunt down 30 customers. Very few of us have gone out to hunt down 30 customers. That is not the focus. The focus is to build the network, and the network all does a little bit. If you don't build customers, this becomes 0 roll up. Because the first month is 1,000 points, the next month is how many points?
0.
0, 0, 0, 0 adds up to you lose a line and 0 volume rolls to you. If anybody has noticed that happen, has anybody had that happen?
Yes.
Yes, and it's painful. You feel like you lost your whole business. I have lost like an executive on my front line and gained 2 executives, or I have lost an executive on my front line and gained like 2,000 or 3,000 points into my personal volume. You understand that? I even had an Emerald executive quit on my front line.
Wow.
I said, you're an Emerald executive, you quit? Yeah,
Hey, yeah, 2 executives.
I want to do real estate. Okay. I mean, you know
Yeah,
what?
6.
I was sad for like a minute. I had worked with everybody anyway. It wasn't like they did any work. So when they decided to quit, I was sad for about 1 minute. Like, oh man, maybe it was 10 seconds. Okay?
Yeah, 6
guys
executives
understand that?
underneath that roll up.
So this is truly not explained in our universities when we're in front of everybody. We don't want to talk about quitting and all of that. But for you leaders, this is something you need to understand. Why, when we roll like this, your volumes go up and up and up. Dean and I could never get to the millions of points we have every month by just getting customers or just getting distributors. We have to teach our teams to do both. And I think in the US market, we have gotten too much on the customer side. Okay, and social media, customer, customer, customer. But without leaders, it doesn't last either. You must have both. And I believe to balance off the US, we have to focus on LOI, get strong leadership and build. But when you are building, do not make a mistake. If somebody wants to be a client, say, great. And go and visit that client in 24 hours or 36 hours to teach them how to use the product perfectly. And you will retain customers much, much better, okay? So on this side of the scale, so you guys know $90 is what you make every time you sell a retail customer a product. And we should try to support this $3.59 retail whenever somebody says, I don't want to give you my social security number. I don't want to sell anything. Don't ask me to ever sell anything. Say, great, that's fine. And sell it for $3.59. And do yourself a favor. Make that extra retail profit to prove our system. Steve and I really didn't do that often. We sold more LOIs than we sold customers. But it still worked because it was possible. And people did sell some of their kits off. And they were happy about that. Okay? So what happens? You get 4 clients to buy, and you make $360, and you made your money back. We could prove that you could make your money back. This was important because all of these clients ended up running spa parties for us. A normal spa party resulted in 2 to 4 more spa parties. And that's like somebody prospecting for you. So you don't have to prospect everybody. You understand that? They're giving you leads. It's a lead generation machine. And some of those people at spa parties end up joining. They're usually not our best leaders. Our best leaders are done by one-on-one presentation. Okay? So the business plan, though, is to sell 4 technologies patented for $1,150. If you notice on our sheet, we didn't write in the number because I'm still working with the company to get it down. But I believe that it's going to be this kit. Okay, it's 2 500-point kits. Okay, it's a Lumi Spa and a facial spa kit. I'm trying to get it with accent. That's why it's not complete. Tomorrow they're going to meet in Maui, Hawaii, to discuss that, and I'm hoping Patty will get it done for us. Patty Acosta, representing us. So the bottom line is, in week 1, you find 2 LOIs. I mean, one. You find 2 LOIs and you have 3,000 points. Where's that written? Right here. Okay, in month 2, the 3 of you get 2 more and you get 6,000 points. In month 3, the 9 of you get 2 more and you get 18,000 points. And we did the calculation on this exact kit that is available now, and it comes out $6,100. That's how much it comes out exactly, without any ADR. Now we know we're gonna make more than that, but we're kind of under promising, over delivering. Okay? So that's our plan. We do basically 2 calls a day with the people, introducing us to good level business people, and we get at least 1 LOI a week. So I'm gonna say that really slowly so you can hear the replication. So we're making 2 calls a day. That means a Phil is gonna probably be on the phone like with 10 people a day. He has a team of people here he's helping. Ty is probably gonna have 10 or 20. You know, being a team lead, you have more people to deal with. But then all of our rubies and lapis executives can do the same call. And then we don't have to do that for everybody anymore. That's the idea. So on month 1, you get with Phil, and he does like 10 calls for you, and he gets 1 or 2 LOIs a week. Okay. Normally, if it's me, I get like more like 8 out of 10. Okay, but you know, we're talking the low level, just starting 1 a week. Okay, that's what our goal is. And everybody happy with $6,100 in the 3rd month of doing New Skin?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, like, that's pretty good. Okay? Can you do more? Absolutely. I mean, I talk about this as a 3-month plan because I know that people that do business are busy. They don't have time to work New Skin like I do. So on a part-time basis, that's pretty good extra money. Okay? But if you really wanted to go at it, like you're full-time at New Skin right now and you want to go at it, this could be week 1, week 2, and week 3, even with your team members. I mean, you would be at 18,000 on your 3rd week points. And if you kept on building like that, you would be more than that. I mean, anybody want to be a team elite in less than 6 months?
Yes.
If you turn this into a weekly plan, you're gonna blow past team elite. 4-star platinum, they're gonna have to make a new number for you. Like 16-star platinum or something like that. Okay? $1 million circle in 1 year, I mean, if you do it that way. So it just depends how hard you're willing to work. And who you're getting. It's actually having high-level, strong leaders right from the get-go helps your business out tremendously. Okay, so the bottom line is you get your money back in your first month by doing a spa party. You sell 3 of these technologies off, or 2, 1 500-point kit. And you do a spa party, you make some of that profit, and you get your $1,150 back, and you keep your 2 technologies to do demos. You understand that? Get your money back and keep your machine so you can run your business. So you have your business paid for in the first month. I'll tell you, when you do that with New Skin, people love you. And they learned how to do the business. On your second month, you become an executive level distributor with actually not 6,000, but 9,000 points. So we have some room. If somebody doesn't make it, we still make it. We become executives. And we make now 5 to 40% on everybody else's volume in your third month. Now on your third month, we're like training leaders by listening to the presentation over and over. You learn it, and when you learn it, you can repeat it. That's called training. But I'm not talking training like going to school. I'm talking training like a parrot learns how to speak. You know the bird, the little parrots? And they learn to speak by what? Listening and repeating. Listening and repeating. I've heard it said this way, that in New Skin, there is no original words. The words I say came from somebody else's words. And I'm just repeating it. And it's kind of true. I find it to be true. So by the 4th month, we don't have to help so much these 3. Does that mean we never help the 3? No. Don't say, congratulations, you're gone. Kick them out of your team. No. I mean, I still love to help Tyler or Patty Acosta. I mean, she's a 4-star platinum team elite, by God. Right? She can do all of this. She's done it in every country we've done. And I still help her. So I'm not saying that you don't help your team. You do, but you don't have to help them as much. They do 90% of the work and you do 10%. That's what we mean by graduating leadership. Okay? So in month 4, you have created these new leaders and business builders. And in month 4, you have become a Lapis executive. You have created 2 new teams. Why? This team has become an executive, and that team has become an executive. So what are you called? In the following month, this team has become an executive, and that team has become an executive. Now what are you called?
Ruby.
In month 5, this team becomes an executive, and that team becomes an executive. And what are you called? Emerald, actually.
Emerald, yeah.
Because these teams are growing enough volume to make you actually an emerald or a diamond.
Yeah, maybe.
And you keep on doing this and you become a blue diamond in 7 months. Now, is this a perfect world?
Yeah.
It might take you a little longer than that. It might take you 3 years. Who cares? But you guys that have been practicing this for a while, you guys are going to be 4-star platinum team elite $1 Million Circle members. It's all about practice. It's better to do 1,000 one-on-one presentations for your practice than it is to do like groups of 100 people in a room. Because if I do a presentation for 100 people, it's only one practice. If I do 100 presentations, I have 100 practices. This is about practice, practice, practice. And I'm not talking about this kind of practice. I mean full force practice. I mean, like you do a presentation with full force. Before I went to every presentation I did, I listened to Jeff Mack, like the speaking he did the other day. I recorded one of those and I listened to it. There's one in Vietnamese. You guys know? He did it in, like, I think Hanoi. And Fung, Nam Fung did the translation, and it is awesome. I listened to that before every time I did a presentation. You know what that's like? You're at full force practice. You think the guy that learned how to do Kung Fu 10,000 times does it like this? No. Full force practices. Okay? We are going to do some of those kind of workshops with you guys. We're going to teach you what it is like to break through, break your past, change your mind. And I'm doing that my first run like next week in Mexico. We're going to break boards with our hands and we're going to break through the past. And so that's part of this. This is full force practice. This is not blah, 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 blah. Oh, they didn't join. No. This is full force. You warm up your mind, you get ready, and then you do a presentation as best as you can. And then practice again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Full force practices. Everybody understand the difference what I'm talking about? Yeah, there's a huge difference. There's a huge difference when you play to win. So you go out there with the attitude to play to win every single day, and you practice the one punch over and over and over, and pretty soon, whoo, you become strong. You become effective at this work. Okay, what is the work? That's the work. Okay, just in case you guys get confused, that's the work. Demo the product, show the money, ask them to join. Over and over and over and over. One punch, one punch, one punch. Simple, fast, effective. Simple, fast, effective. Okay? We have recorded it for you. We're going to send you the link today. You have the recording. You can listen to me present it. I think I'm presenting it better today than I did it in my recording. I got to record myself again. Okay? Because you know I'm getting better? I'm practicing.
Practice, yes.
Yeah, I am. I'm practicing every time I do it. Am I better today than I did the other night?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, right? So, I'm going to explain a couple really key points to how we actually plan a market. Now, your market, different than your market, Tyler, but I want to show you how I'm going to do it in LA. And all of you are welcome to come and play with us here in LA. Okay? Because I want you to come here to play in LA. Why? Because if you get LA, you will get the rest of the US market. LA has all of the media. Okay? We go crazy in LA over here, and media will spread across the US. It'll definitely hit Seattle. It'll definitely hit Salt Lake. If you just get LA, you will get an effect from the fire of LA all the way in Seattle, New York, every single market. Georgia, for sure, everywhere around the world. Typically, it hits from the coast and burns inwards. But Texas is a rarity. It'll go from Texas out as well. Okay? So that's what I'm going to show you right now is very important. We are a very small team. We are extremely small. So we have to realize that we're small so that we can build. Okay? In order for us to build, we have to understand that, for example, here in LA kind of looks like, I don't know, I'm probably going to butcher it, but kind of like this. And it goes down to San Diego down here someplace. Okay? So we are someplace like right here. Right now, Casa Aloha. Why did I put Casa Aloha right here? This is like center. Okay, Vietnamese town right here, Little Saigon, Garden Grove is right here. The Latin markets is right here.
Korean. K-town.
Korean is up here. Koreatown.
LA.
Koreatown is right here.
LA, yeah.
Chinatown somewhere.
Chinatown right next door. And there's a whole bunch of Chinese over here. Okay, when we talk about Latin, we're talking about the rest of this map, like over here, you know. So, the largest Vietnamese city in the U.S. is right here, in LA, in Garden Grove and Little Saigon in this area. The second largest city in Mexico, Mexico City is first, LA is number 2, and Guadalajara is number 3. Okay, we're the second largest Mexican city. Okay, I mean, this is, everything is right here. Largest number of real estate agencies. There's over 10,000 nail salons just in LA. Do you think we got them all?
No.
I know we haven't. It's over 10,000. There's 200,000, right? Nail salons in
I
the
don't
US.
know that every corner had at least 3.
Right? So think about how many there are. Like, I mean, so what we're doing is important, not where we promote. Like, we're not promoting LA. We have to focus our promotion to make fires. This idea is called the island concept. And what the island concept is that when you make a fire, you want to pick small areas to make the fire. Okay? So one fire, of course, we can burn over here at Casa, which is Anaheim is right touching Casa right here. This is where Disney is, right? Where we've been. Downey. Way out this way is like Redlands. Up here is like Santa Clarita. These are all upper level middle class, upper middle. Okay, these are not just like this is definitely not Compton or any of those areas. This is the higher level people. They live in really nice big homes. They drive Lexuses and Mercedes. This is the area we're doing. We're not talking Rolls Royce. Okay, we're not talking
Beverly Hills.
the very top of the market. We're not talking these guys up here. Whenever I opened the country, I did not focus on this top guys. I focused on these guys between the top and above the middle. Okay, middle is someplace around here. Okay, I did not focus on that. I'm upper middle, Torrance, California. Right, I think Torrance is over here, right by the Palos Verdes Mountain. This is Torrance. Down here, right where we were around, right below us, was Irvine. You know, we could do some over here, like out on the east, but we are basically doing north, south, east, and west. You guys get this? We're going around like this in a circle. So what am I doing? I'm touring. I'm actually going to all of the places, like your guys' place. I'll go there and do meetings once a month, every month. Once we decide they're a leader and they can handle it, we're gonna go every month. Okay, now what starts happening when I go every month? I just do a bomb. I do a 1-hour training and a bomb. That's what the meeting looks like. I do a lunch meeting. It's just 35 minutes. We eat lunch, like a little burrito, basically a salad, a chicken salad, and we just scarf it down and do a quick meeting. So while they're eating, I'm talking. After the meeting, we talk with them, and within 1 hour, they're back to their work. Okay, that's what lunches is like. Breakfasts. We can do breakfasts, lunches, coffees, afternoon events, teas. and then we can do the big meeting at night. Everybody understand those kind of ideas, those meetings?
Yes.
Now, what happens, bomb, business opportunity meeting. So what we do is we bomb outside districts first. We're actually doing these areas. Now the key to this plan is called blue water. Between the islands, we try not to do any promotion. So it's not like, it doesn't look like this. I'll do it in blue so you can see. Oh, I have a friend here. Alan, can you come over there? Can you come over there? Can you go there? Can you do? It does not look like that. You will not make a fire like that. Okay? You climb up to a place like Downey, California, you find a beautiful bush, you have 1,000 matches and you throw 100 matches under one bush. Are you gonna catch that bush on fire?
Yes.
Probably. And you light that bush on fire and it starts to burn and you get good leaders in that area. And now that bush is going on its own and you're at the next place and I'm putting 1,000 matches under Santa Clarita and 1,000 matches under Irvine. That's what I'm doing. I'm concentrating. So everybody starts realizing that this is where we're going to be. We're at these centers, and everybody in the center also understands that at the end of the month, we're going to be at our big marketing promotion, which is probably LAX quarter. The LAX airport is here. This is the Marriott. And everybody from Redland drives over. Everybody from Downey drives over. Everybody from Casa, Torrance, Santa Clarita, from the Vietnamese team, all of the GIVE people come to our meeting. All of the people from New Vit come to the meeting. Everybody comes to the meeting. What do you think our meeting's gonna look like? Oh man. Okay? And all of your people come to that meeting and they see the business opportunity. Everybody brings their guests and they see the business opportunity. It is wild, powerful energy. So the 3 steps that we're talking about is our spa party. Spa party is to prove the product. That's really what that was designed to do. Our business meeting weekly, our regular things that we do is, so the weekly meetings is to prove that the business is here, but our monthly meeting really is professional, super professional. It's not done at a house, it's done at a Marriott. And people walk in and they see the professionalism, the sound system, the audio. You know, Terry always talks, Terry too always says the momentum zone, right? To create that momentum zone. To create the energy. Everybody knows what to do. You know, when we're doing the meeting, everybody's quiet. We have to learn how to behave at these meetings. But we'll be teaching all of these things. And what happens is everybody now understands what is the objective. To create this momentum zone, and the business people here, the speakers are, the speaker that does the financial plan is like an accountant or a CPA for 20 years. They're fully experienced. Say, I studied the New York Stock Exchange numbers, and this thing is real. Okay, different than coming from me, the marketer, okay? The person that's doing the clinical studies and all of that, the science, they're a doctor. They're from New Skin. That's who we want over here in LA. Okay, but they could be a doctor in your local area. And they said, I studied the science and this age-locked genetic technology is real. Okay, the presenter that does the marketing plan is a multi-millionaire with New Skin. And he says, this business is real. And now business people come and they go, hey, this business is real. And then we bring them to Provo, Utah. And at that event, 20, 30, 50 millionaires appear. Team elites, like we bring all 40 or 50 of our team elites, including our Latin America team elites, come there to Provo, and we assemble and we walk on stage, and you don't see 5 or 10 team elites. You see 50, 60, 70, I don't care their sidelines. They come up and all you people go, man, there is money in this room. There is 20, 30 millionaires walking up on stage. There is team elites, and you prove the money. Provo proves the money. And when you can prove the money, and when you can produce $6,000 in your third month and more, month after month, suddenly this is no longer a product story about age-locked science. This is no longer a good business with New Skin. This becomes big business. And the minute that happens, I'm going to tell you, when that moment hits, you will know. You will see us doubling month after month. It just goes through the roof. And so we have to have a plan for this. We have the events to help us drive this, and we're going to rhythm the events, meaning like beating a drum. I'm relentless at this. This is my best talent, I think. I'm relentless. I go until it's done. Colombia, 100 times. I've been to Colombia, South America, 100 times from Hawaii. That's like 20 hours by air. Okay, I've been to Chile 24 times. That's over 24 hours by air. It's longer to go from here to Chile than from here to like Japan.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, this is far away places that I've been to, over 24 times. Peru, I've been 24 times to Peru already. We only opened like 8 months ago. Okay, I mean, this thing is like, that's the beating of the drum. And I'm gonna beat with you guys. I want you guys to come up with me to Provo and start to work this system and start to understand why, why I want you guys to come with me to Provo, and why I want, to be with Give to do that is because we need them. They need us. They need me. I need them. I mean, we all need each other, yes? We need the Latinos, because they're going to be a big part of our market. We need the Americans. We need everybody to work together, okay? Now, do I want you guys to speak Vietnamese in your meetings? Yes. I want you to keep your culture. But let's try and do some of it in English, because I think I can help you better. And then that way I can do English and Spanish to translation. So we're going to use Zoom for the translation. It works perfectly. And that's the equipment. The equipment you need is an extra battery pack and an earpiece on your phone. That's what you need. In Provo, they're going to supply us with translators. These guys already are doing it. So you know what? We're going to use experience of doing this process, and I'm going to be there so I can give you guys that extra boost, okay, of vision, really, I think. So what is blue water? If you guys throw the matches, imagine we were just driving down the 10 freeway, goes from the coast all the way in. and I just out the window threw a match. 1,000 matches. You think I'd have a fire? No. It doesn't work like that. Putting all the logs on a fire, you get the fire. You will notice if tonight we do a barbecue out here, you'll notice where the logs are crossing, that's where the fire starts. We gotta put logs on a fire, that's how we get the fire big. Okay? So by concentrating our effort, let's say Phil doesn't have anybody in Santa Clarita. Right? Ty doesn't have anybody in Santa Clarita. He doesn't have anybody in LA. But he comes to LA to build, and on the night we do Santa Clarita, Ty says, I'm coming with you, Alan. Phil goes, I'm coming with you, Alan. All of these leaders, they don't have anybody up there. They go, I'm coming with you, Alan. And we bomb the place.
Yeah.
What does that event look like now? Wild activity and action. Right? And he tells his story, he tells hers, she tells hers, we do it, and everybody starts going, oh my God. If I don't join right now, I'm stupid. Like, this is, I need to do this. And we say, okay, come to the big event. They come to the big event. The following month, we do a camp. Okay? Every other month, we're going to do a camp. Here in Big Bear, or someplace like that. You know what that camp is for? To bond the team. We call it build the team, build the family, and bring them to Provo. That's our 3 steps. Build the team, build the family, bring them to Provo. We do this cycle over and over. Even you don't succeed in 1 year, where do you think you're going to be in 5?
Yeah. Success.
You understand that?
Yes.
So, I should let Clara do this. She probably can do it better than me. I'm gonna take a crack at this. I just was there yesterday, so I'm gonna take a crack at this. But if I make some giant mistakes, help me. So what are we asking you to do? What are we asking you to do? Let's just assume that we're asking you to come to Provo every 2 months. From where you are, it costs nothing hardly. But let's say you live, where do you live?
I'm living in
Ventura, right here. Oh my God, let's go. Let's go, baby. Okay. Okay. Let's see, where do you live? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's see, where does some of these, where do you live?
Calgary, Canada.
Calgary, let's say Calgary, Canada. Okay, that's a good one. So they gotta fly in from Calgary, or they gotta drive like 16 hours. Okay, either way, they gotta pay for gas. They gotta live in a hotel for, let's say, 1 or 2 days. So that's hotel. They gotta buy food. They gotta get little extra help at home. So let's say it costs you $500 every time you came, and you came every 2 months. So every year, you came 6 times a year. Doing that calculation, that's about $3,000, right, a year? And it took you some time. You were a housewife, you didn't have any confidence, you had to build yourself up. So it took you 5 years to get done. You are now a blue diamond in 5 years, let's just say that, okay? So, 5 years, this is,
15.
it cost you $15,000. For 5 years of study with us, okay? And you've committed yourself to that. I want you to compare this with a normal life. Anybody here an engineer? Oh, you're an engineer, that's right. How many years did you have to study to be an engineer? You studied 8. Okay, you are a really high level engineer. How about a regular engineer?
Well, you got
How many years?
4 years.
4 years, okay, this guy knows, okay, 4 years. I hate to think how much his university was when he went to university. Probably a little cheaper than now. But let's say engineer.
He came from kindergarten.
Yeah.
You can't just be an engineer, bro.
Okay, you got that. So let's say it took you 4 years to be an engineer. 4 years. Okay? And how much does it cost for university? I'm gonna ask him because he went to like more modern, you know, like now he kind of speaking.
Back about 20 years ago, it's like probably about 40,000
40,000 to become an engineer?
a year.
A year, okay. I know it's 75,000 right now, because I'm paying that. Okay, but let's say 4 years times, say $40,000. Okay, 4 years, $40,000 a year. This is, by my calculation, 160, right?
Yeah.
$160,000. Okay, $160,000, become an engineer. How much you get paid as a kind of new engineer? Graduating.
50.
$50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
How long does it take you to
Okay.
get to
So
this?
let's just play this out. You get really successful. You're doing 100,000 a year. Okay, pretty good, right? For you do 100,000 a year. Maybe 120. You know, you live in New York, so you spend more than you make. But okay, so you go, man, that ain't working for me. That's not enough. I gotta go for a better profession than that. So you go, doctor. How many years do doctors go to school?
Oh, like 12, 10 at least.
My cousin just graduated. It took 12 years.
12.
Yeah, it took 12 years.
After like
It's $100,000 a year.
workshop and everything.
It's $1.2 million to become a doctor. Okay? And I can tell you how hard they work. He's a specialist, he's doing like bones and all of that stuff. So that kind of specialty, they work at least 12 to 15 hours a day. But there were many days he worked 18 hours a day to become a doctor at that level, okay? And yes, he's making more money. He's probably making, I don't think he's making 200,000, but probably this is the goal, 200,000 a year, okay? 12 years, he started his career like 30 years old, $1.2 million in debt. And now with insurance, they're not paying him that kind of money anymore. So private practice, he didn't know how to do business. I looked at him and I was crying because he needed my help to do business because he didn't know how to do business well. But anyway, the bottom line, he eventually got a pretty good job and he's kind of like here, okay? New skin, average blue diamond, average, not a good one, 500,000 a year. How much did it cost education? 15,000 a month. I mean, a year.
5 years.
5 years. Okay?
5 years.
You come every single time. You learn something every time you come. And you get better and better and better. And really, 5 years, I would be dissatisfied if you were not 4-star platinum Team Elite $1 Million Circle. I would be dissatisfied with that result. Are you willing to commit yourself?
Yeah.
Because don't think I can teach you this everything today. I cannot. I've tried. Of course, every market opening I went to, I tried to teach everything I knew. What you need is, so you come up to this event, every 2 months you come up and you learn something new, but then 2 days a month. So what are you, this took 4 years of at least 5 days a week, right? At least. This took 6 or 7 days a week for 12 years. We're talking, this is 2 days a month. And then the secret, this is the big secret. Come back and work. Because the work will train you. You get out of this training and you come and practice what you learn. And you practice that for 28 days if you can, 7 days a week better, the faster you'll learn. Okay, you guys understand that?
Yes.
Which skill would you go for?
Top.
Okay? And your teams build the team, they build the family, and then they come up to Utah and they build their dreams in Utah. They see a different life. They see Dean win. I mean, you guys got a crazy, unbelievable, incredible leader with him and with me. Okay? You got incredible leaders with Tyler. You got incredible leaders here. So just build and start to grow. Okay, you guys get that?
Yes.
And then we have on the other side of this, so this is the events system. We have a written system. So what does our written system look like? This is our written system. Every market I launched, we had this system. It's the same system. It's getting better. It got better just from Peru to Los Angeles. It got better from here to Colombia. Can you open this for me? It got better from here to Colombia. Colombia became the #1 market in Latin America in 2 years, beating 18 years of Mexico sales. We beat 18 years of Mexico growth in 2 years. Chile, fastest growing market, #2 in Latin America, only 20 million people in Chile. #2 in Latin America. 3 beautiful new team elites. Okay, really fast, like in 2 years, 3 years. Peru, faster than that. Fastest opening we've ever had. Los Angeles, I am on fire. I'm telling you right now, I haven't felt like this in a long time. I am on absolute fire. And when I'm on fire, the market burns. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna burn this market. So what is our system? Our system is, really written for you. So, we explain all of our phone calls that are done in English. We want you to do your phone calls in Spanish and in Vietnamese, continue. But a couple of the leaders, you want to listen to what I train? I have it all here. You can even pick the days you come on. I don't care you don't come on every day. Just come on the ones you want to listen to. We have the system built for you. Set your goals. Do your contacts. We're going to practice this. We're going to practice invite, drill for skills. We're going to do this on Zoom calls. Some of the Vietnamese teams got so good because they just did one assignment to all of their team members. Dean, I want you to do this assignment with your team. They had all of their team members call each other, 3 people a day. And when you got called, all the person said is, invite me to Provo, Utah. Invite me to the Monday event. And you're washing dishes at home. You get a call, you answer the call, you have to present how you're going to invite them to the next event.
Even we meet in the restaurant.
Even in the restaurant, yeah, invite me.
Invite me.
Invite me, yeah. You practice that until you become expert at that. Practice on each other, and then practice on your prospects. Okay? Practice on each other, then practice on your prospects. Or do both at the same time. Continuously practice. How to do Zoom call meetings. Step by step. I mean, we have everything here. How to follow up. How to get started. How to do a 1-hour NDO, new distributor orientation. Step by step checklist. A pilot, every time they fly a plane, checks the list. Do you think they know without looking at the list? Absolutely. But you know what?
They have.
One day, they forgot to lock the landing gear, and they kill a lot of people. Okay, that's why we have it as a checklist, so you can checklist every single time you do it. How to become a team elite? What is the mindset of success? How to build your dream? This is a product use guide. How to write your definite purpose in life statement. Self-confidence formula. Determine what animal you are. Our system. How to do the presentation. Okay? Every one of those pages is a video. I have videos in English and in Spanish. By February, I hope to have it all in Vietnamese. So every page is a video. So you can learn all of this, if not from your senior partner, from the video. You guys understand what this is?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a time when Phil's so busy, he just sends you a link to learn. Okay? Because he's too busy to teach it to you live. Okay? This is the most important document. This little booklet is the most important one. This is a one-page presentation. We went through thousands of these in Peru. You explain the business, 5 points of the business. All the things I just explained are written for you here. You didn't have to take notes. I took the notes for you. Okay, it's all written right there. And then you flip the sheet over and you explain the business. We left blanks to write in the numbers so that you can write in the numbers, and just in case it adjusts or changes a little, we can be flexible. So this system is built for you, ready to go. We need you to study this page first, okay, at your level. Now, if you're brand new, you know, NDO, New Distributor Orientation, but this is what you need to study probably for most of you guys. Sign up document. This is critical because why is it on paper? We're in electronic technology now. No. As people are filling out the document, they're deciding to do new skin. A lot of people are deciding when they're actually writing. But the second thing, very important, if you're signing 5 people at a time, which definitely this year, as we do spa parties and things, you're going to be signing several people. You just tear out the document, put it in front of them, and as they're filling it out, help them with the fill out, check the document, read every letter, and make sure you can, especially their email address, you better type that in correctly. Their ID number here is their social security number. Why didn't we write social security? Because sometimes when people see social security number, they stop writing.
Yeah.
So we just put that on the end as ID number, and if you want to do the business, yes, okay, we need your social security number so we can get you to pay taxes. It's a business. Oh, okay. And then they write it off, okay? But that way they don't stop writing, because this is our information data on them as well. Clients don't need social security number. They say, oh, don't worry, you're a client.
Can I have a question on that?
Yep.
What about if it's a Mexican living here without a social security? Can they order in Mexico, or
They can
register in Mexico, right?
That is possible if they have a bank account in Mexico, but most of them have gotten rid of their bank accounts in Mexico already, or like Vietnamese living here. But you can register anybody with an ID number, a TIN, a tax ID number. New Skin has been very generous to us to let us do that. So if they have a tax ID number and they're paying taxes, basically, that means they bought a piece of real estate, they bought a car, they bought something, and they needed a tax ID number, you can register them for New Skin, and they need to have a bank account, but it doesn't have to be in their name. Okay, so this is how we, yes, there's a lot of people in that category in the Vietnamese community and in the Spanish community as well. Okay, Chinese also. All right, so why did we do the forms the way we did? it looks kind of like a registration, like you're going to a wedding. You're just filling out your information. It doesn't look like a legal document that you have to sign and you feel like hell. Okay, so that's why we don't use the official distributor agreement. We just use this here in the US. Because how are we gonna sign them up? Go online. Right, we're gonna sign them up online. I did put two little pieces on the bottom in light gray, so it's hardly noticeable. What it says is routing number and bank account number. We want to sign them up for their direct deposit, because what we have noticed is we sign people up, we get them started, but we don't do their bank account numbers, so they don't get paid until we tell them to do that. And when we tell them to do that, 2 weeks later, they get paid. We want a simple, fast, and effective system. If you sign them up and put all of this information in on the first day, they can get paid in 1 week. My team, when we ran the first time, just making $600 in their first week, went crazy this next week. And by the end of the month, we had a lot of people making $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 in commission in their first month. And they came up on our next monthly meeting and they said, this thing works. It's amazing. Follow what they're talking about. And all of a sudden, people just started to come in. So we need to get that. I believe we need to get that. So anyway, I just, if you want one, I gotta go check on my meat. I can smell it burning. So so I'm gonna give you guys some time. If you want packets, it's $10 for the English packets. We recommend that you buy 5. You buy 5 packets to start people. Now, when you buy it, printed at advanced litho, it's gonna be maybe a little more, like maybe $15 a packet if you only buy 5. But we ordered by 1,000, so it's a little cheaper. And so if you buy 5 packets, that's a good starting point. You keep 1 for yourself, you start your first 2 and then 4 people, okay? And then you buy more. You order it from advancedlitho.com and they'll print on demand our packets. So I'm gonna check with them. If we start selling a lot of them, we'll just keep inventory over there and they'll sell it for us. So we never have to deal with the money or anything like that. Everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, advancedlitho.com, that's where we did it the last time as well. Okay? So if anybody wants packets, come and see these girls, they'll start. Spanish packets, there's only like maybe 5 left. I don't know, there's only like 5 Spanish, so I'm gonna ask the Spanish team just buy 1 so that everybody can at least look at it. And Advanced Litho will deliver, but if you can, Spanish team, just ask you to order, pre-order for the next round. Okay. All right, we take a little break, like 30 minutes.